Temperature November 522907, ready to copy IFR.
Norfolk clearance, good afternoon, Solaris 673, with the information, Mike.
0. Sky clear. Temperature 16, dew point -6. Altimeter 3050. Density altitude -400 feet. Advise on initial contact, you have information Bravo. Norfolk International Airport, information Bravo. 1951 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 23. Wind 210 at 12 gusting 27. Visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 16, dew point -6. Altimeter 3050. Density altitude -400 feet. Advise on initial contact, you have information Bravo. Norfolk International Airport, information Bravo. 1951 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 23. Wind 210 at 12.
Norfolk clearance, Piper, November 7542 Sierra. Would like to request IFR clearance to KRIC. Norfolk clearance, Piper 42 Sierra would like to request the IFR clearance. We have a flight filed. Would like to get the clearance to KRIC.
Clearance on request, you're number 1.
Norfolk clearance, Piper, November 7542 Sierra would like to request the IFR clearance to KRIC as filed.
ER 3050.
Clearance, Baron 207 Foxtrot, IFR to Lynchburg with information X-ray. Give me 1 second for that clearance. Copy, cleared to Lynchburg, radar vectors, wakes, Dennis file, climb maintain 4000, departure on 125.2, squawk 4617, expecting runway 23, 5207 Foxtrot. Baron 07 Foxtrot, read back correct.
Norfolk clearance, Bonanza November 9009 to Tango. With information, Oscar, pick up IFR to Mirror Beach. Bonanza November 9009 to Tango, clear to Mirror Beach, airport via multiple order. Dinner file, climb maintain 4000, expect 8000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 125.2, squawk 4241, expect runway 5, Bonanza November 9009 to Tango.
Clearance, United 1853, request IFR.
Norfolk clearance, United 481, request IFR clearance to Chicago with whiskey.
Norfolk clearance, United 1853 at stand 7 with information Papa, request IFR clearance to KID as filed. Cleared to Dallas via the 91 departure, climb maintain 4000, expect flight level 24010 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.2, squawk 5513, expect runway 5, United 1853.
Norfolk clearance, Bonanza November 9009 to Tango, pick it up IFR with Middle Beach. I have information, Sierra.
Hello, my friends. Sorry, I'm a few seconds late there. Oh, where am I at? Okay, is that the right button? Yeah, it is. Okay, great. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Hope everyone's well. As you can see, we've already completed pre-flight. We got our flight programmed in here. And, ooh, is that working? is that working? Yeah, okay, everything seems to be working. So we got our flight programmed in, everything's set up, our APU's running. We did the pre-flight checklist and initialization. So now all we have to do is call into ATC and ask for our clearance to Palm Beach. Cessna Citation 208 Romeo Alpha with information Bravo, ready to copy for our IFR clearance to Palm Beach International.
Clearance on request, stand by. Citation 208 Romeo Alpha, Norfolk clearance cleared to Palm Beach via the Nutty 1 departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 43010 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.2 squawk 4542. Expect runway 23.
Clear to Palm Beach via Nutty 1 departure, then is filed, climbing and maintain 4,000, expecting flight level 43010 minutes after departure on frequency 25.2, squawking 4542, expecting runway 23, citation 208 Romeo Alpha.
Citation 8 Romeo Alpha, read back correct. Ground will be on 121.9er.
Ground on 21.9er, citation 8 Romeo Alpha. Alright, so next we're going to call ground. Where the hell are they at here on my list of frequencies? There we go. We're going to call ground, ask for permission to start up and push back. Norfolk ground, citation 208 Romeo Alpha with information Bravo, request engine start and pushback.
2023 with Air Supernova. Flying to the fabulous city of Atlantis. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes, and don't forget to stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any help, just give a shout to any of our amazing crew members, like me, Georgina, and my fabulous colleagues. We're here to make your journey as smooth as Captain Jack's landings, which, let's be honest, are smoother than my selfies. Follow me on Instagram at SI_Georgina. Leave a comment after we land.
I am absolutely changing that. Hang tight. Emma for small jets. There we go. Change to Emma. We'll see if that takes effect for this flight. Alright, engine start and pushback approved. Tail northwest. So now we contact the ramp. Citation 208 Romeo Alpha, flight deck 2 ramp. We have information Bravo ready to start pushback.
Ground to flight deck, tug standing by, release parking brake to start pushback. Bypass pin inserted. Just let me know when you're ready to start the pushback.
Flight deck to ramp. Parking brake is disengaged. We are ready to start pushback and engine start.
Roger, commencing pushback. Ground to flight deck, cleared for engine start and sequence.
Copy, cleared for engine start and sequence.
Folks, we're heading to Palm Beach International Airport, and our estimated flight time is about 2 hours. Please pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration, as it contains important information, even for frequent flyers. Fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and pull the strap to tighten. The seatbelt must be fastened whenever the sign is illuminated. Please ensure your seat backs and tray tables are upright. Mobile phones and electronic devices should be set to flight mode, and larger devices must be stowed during takeoff and landing. Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes are prohibited on board. If needed, oxygen masks will drop automatically. Pull the mask firmly, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. Life vests are located under your seat. Put it on and inflate it only after leaving the aircraft. Floor-level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which may be behind you. In case of evacuation, leave all personal belongings behind and follow crew instructions. If any electronic device becomes hot or catches fire, please inform me immediately. The safety information card is available for further details. Thank you for your attention.
All right, hopefully everybody was paying attention to Emma's flight briefing. Thank you for the briefing, Emma. You guys ready to go to Florida?
Well, Jack, it seems like we're all set to head to Florida. Just remember, if we see any alligators, they're not part of the flight crew. Let's get ready to taxi.
Ground to flight deck, pushback complete. Please ensure parking brakes are set. Standing by for confirmation of good engine start and report when ready for disconnect.
I hit the wrong intercom button. That was actually my co-pilot. Parking brakes are set. Good engine start. We are ready for disconnect.
Roger, disconnecting tug now. Stand by for confirmation that ground crew is clear. Ground to flight deck, bypass pin removed. We've disconnected and crew is clear. You're good to go. See you soon.
Copy that. Thank you. See you on the other side, bud. Alright, now we go back to ground and ask for taxi to 23. Norfolk Ground, Citation 208, Romeo Alpha information, Bravo, we are ready to taxi to runway 23.
Citation 208, Romeo Alpha, Norfolk Ground, runway 23 taxi via Victor Charlie, hold short of runway 32, then Charlie.
23 taxi via Victor Charlie, hold short runway 32, then Charlie. Citation 208 Romeo Alpha. Alright, we're all set. So I hope everyone's had a good couple of days. You know, we only get to stream once or twice a week. Busy life, working on things. You may have seen I have a like a comic I'm working on. Been posting that once in a while on X. That's going to be a good time. And of course, everybody's been pretty infatuated with this. Ooh. My frame rate fucking died. Everybody's been very infatuated with the crossing of Japanese and American Twitter last couple of days. Alright, now we call back to Norfolk Ground. Norfolk Ground, Citation 208, Romeo Alpha, holding short, runway 32. Come on, buddy. Give me that cross. Norfolk Ground Citation 28 Romeo Alpha, can we cross 32, please?
Citation 8 Romeo Alpha, cross runway 32 approved, continue taxi via Charlie.
Crossing runway 32, continuing on Charlie, Citation 8 Romeo Alpha. Now I got a little bit of a distance to go here, as you can see on the GPS monitor. But yeah, so the crossing of Japanese and American Twitter the last few days has been very interesting, very fun. I've always kind of been a fan of Japan. Excuse me. Always been a little bit of a fan of Japan, so it's super cool to see Grok is, you know, I saw people calling it the Tower of Babel. Look, somebody taking off. Are we going to be able to see it? No. Oh yeah, there you are. Cool, little biplane or some shit. Anyway, Grok acting like the Tower of Babel, sort of, allowing Japanese and American Twitters to communicate. And there's always been kind of, not, I don't want to say a back channel communication, but you know, the online nerds for have always kind of been able to communicate. Like, there was always the 4chan and Futaba channel crossing over. Speeding a little bit. But now that you can just like openly communicate in your native language on Twitter, it's super cool. Very cool to see. And especially who saw the crossover coming where everybody's brought together by meat, barbecue, different preparations of meat. Last thing I saw, people were talking about how the Japanese are going to want to bring a lot of white rice to the barbecue, and how Americans would give them shit for it. And I'll be honest, I think they should definitely bring the white rice. Oh God. They should definitely bring the white rice to the barbecue. That goes without saying. Like, please do. The Japanese have this thing of, like, what do you call it? Like seasoning in the mouth. Where you, you know, you season your white rice.
Romeo Alpha, contact tower on 120.8 so long.
Tower on 20.8, we'll see you next time. Citation 8 Romeo Alpha. Alright, as soon as we get up to the hold short point here, we'll switch over to tower. Where the hell? Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, did I pass it by accident? Alright. Brakes on. Flaps down. Tower on 20.8. Norfolk Tower, citation 208 Romeo Alpha. We are holding short runway 23 for takeoff.
Citation 208 Romeo Alpha, Norfolk Tower, runway 23, winds 210 at 12, gusting 27, RNAV SC2IP, cleared for takeoff.
Winds 210 at 12, gusting 27, RNAV SC2IP, cleared for takeoff. Citation 8 Romeo Alpha. Oh, I should have reviewed that.
West wind 3657, contact departure.
Departure, west wind 3657.
Oh my God. We're gonna need you to not do that.
Right turn approved, Niner, Quebec.
That's
Piper Niner, Quebec, Quebec, contact departure.
Yeah, he's like, get off of my channel. I don't care who you call.
Departure, Niner, Quebec, Quebec.
I don't care who you call, just get off my fucking channel,
Niner 2
please.
Tango, contact departure on 125.2.
Contact departure, 179, Quebec, Tango.
Alright, and rotate. I said rotate? There we go.
Baron 074, contact departure.
Over to departure, Baron 207 Foxtrot.
I'm not sure what's going on here. Yeah, I know, landing gear. Oh, I see what happened. I don't know why that happens. The flight manager GPS got all kinds of screwy.
Citation 8, Romeo Alpha, contact departure.
Contacting departure on 118.9, Citation 8, Romeo Alpha. Norfolk departure, Citation 8, we're 208 Romeo Alpha. We are through 3,500 for 4,000 feet. RNAV SCTYP. Pain in the ass.
Citation 208 Romeo Alpha, Norfolk departure, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 210, turn right heading 345 vectors to SCTYP, then on course.
Climb and maintain 210, turn right heading 345 vectors to SCTYP, then on course. Turn right 210, that doesn't make any sense. What does he have?
Citation 8 Romeo Alpha, direct coupon, then is filed, please.
Direct coupon, then is filed. Crazy. I don't know what happened there. It was, oh, you know what? It was trying to make that wide turn to SCTYP.
Citation 8 Romeo Alpha, climb and maintain flight level 250.
Climb and maintain 250, Citation 8 Romeo Alpha.
Washington Center on 121.375.
Contact Washington Center on 121.375.
Dear guests, the use of approved electronic devices is now permitted in flight mode. I will be starting our cabin service shortly. Thank you for your attention.
She said, thank you for your attention in this matter.
Citation 8 Romeo Alpha, contact Washington Center on 123.85.
Washington Center on 23.85, Cessna 8 Romeo Alpha, have a great day. Oh shit, wrong intercom button. Washington Center on 23.85, Citation 8 Romeo Alpha. Ooh, we're having a rough flight so far. Washington Center, Citation 208 Romeo Alpha, with you, flight level 180 through 250.
Citation 208 Romeo Alpha, Washington Center, good evening.
Washington Center, Skyhawk Diesel, D Juliet Mike is on the ground at Pitt Greenville, ready to pick up IFR.
Clearance on request, stand by.
Clear to Norfolk as filed, and then radar vectors to Cayley, then as filed. Climb and maintain 3000. Departure frequency is 123.85 and squawk 4515 for D Juliet Mike.
Skyhawk 3 Juliet Mike, read back correct. Citation 8 Romeo Alpha, climb and maintain flight level 380.
Climb and maintain flight level 380, Citation 8 Romeo Alpha.
Washington Center, Skyhawk Diesel, D Juliet Mike is on the ground at Pitt Greenville, ready to pick up IFR to Elizabeth
Wow,
City.
I'm getting a lot of repeats.
I'm working on that clearance, stand by.
Cleared to the Elizabeth City Airport via radar vectors to Zaggy. Climb and maintain 3000. Departure frequency is 123.85 and squawk 5454.
Alright, so we're off to Florida. Off to Florida. Palm Beach is one of my favorite airports to fly into. It's a very nice view. All the way actually down this coast is a nice view. Florida especially, its sunset is very nice. We will, well actually, we won't be landing over Mar-a-Lago, but we will be facing Mar-a-Lago as we come in to land. As you may or may not know, Mar-a-Lago is right next to
Romeo
Palm Beach
Alpha,
Airport.
climb and maintain flight level 430.
Climb and maintain flight level 430, Citation 8 Romeo Alpha. So, we'll get to see Mar-a-Lago once we get to Florida. We hit our direct to Coupon. Now the rest of our flight, Beaton. Beaton is the next Generally, you pronounce these if you can. Beaten, Jamar, D's, Nuts, Puppy, Enemy, Fetal, Doffy, Molly, Sanner, Horrit, Fanti, Huker. Sometimes they mean things, and if you're familiar with the waypoint, you might know what the what it's supposed to mean. Ray Snow, Lucy's, Shrevey.
Washington Center, American
Voodoo.
1680, flight level 350.
That's loud, Jesus.
American 1680, radar contact.
Tardy, Halibut. That's what that is, Halibut. Golo, and then that's the last one before we land. It's 6,200 pounds of fuel. Throttle temperatures are good. Engine essentially efficiency, like what of its total capabilities is it running at, which is not necessarily the same thing as throttle. You have a throttle that is a measure of how much fuel you're giving it, but you got to remember that jet engines power output is a function of air in compressed in the turbofan.
Flight level 350.
Compressed in the turbofan and injected with fuel, and it explodes and comes out the back.
United 1818, radar contact.
So you might be at max throttle, but not at max capability. Like right now, we are at full throttle, but the engines are only at 91%, 91.4. £75 pounds per square inch oil pressure, 80 degrees in the oil. Fuel is cool but not cold. Batteries are good. APU's off. And we're climbing up to cruise. Everything looks good, except for those textures. Hey, Emma, can you bring co-pilot and me some coffee, please?
Understood, Captain. I'll bring coffee to the flight deck now.
AI-powered ATC cabin crew. A couple other features it can do.
213, flight level 350.
It has something called SkyOps, which is essentially you fly missions, either medical or like VIP chartered jets, but you don't know where you're going until you do it. So you can kind of be like, you can ask the sky operator. They're called SkyOps, but you can ask the operator for like a 3-hour flight, and it'll try. No guarantees, but it'll make up like a story about what you're doing and who you're flying. Like I think it makes it like picture real people and stuff. It's kind of neat. It like makes up an event they're attending or what they're doing. It's pretty cool. Obviously,
2434. Descend and maintain flight level 210.
You guys hear all the ATC, and Emma, who's supposed to be bringing me coffee after she brews it.
Reagan, American 2434.
Alright, that chime means we're 1,000 feet from our set altitude, as you can see here. You guys watch these streams and you will learn how to fly. You watch enough of them, you'll learn how to fly. Just pay attention. Anyway, as you can see here, we have 43,000.
Captain, I have your coffee ready and we'll bring it to the flight deck shortly.
Flight level 400.
Thanks, Emma. Appreciate that.
Radar contact.
As you can see,
Captain. I'm here to help.
she sounds so lifeless. As you can see, we set 43,000, also known as flight level 430. That's why those three numbers are big, and the other two are small, because commonly you will say flight level 430 rather than 43,000 feet. Anyway, we set flight level 430 as our cruise altitude, and there we go. Ding! And then you see us speeding up because we've still got that momentum from going up, and since we stop going up, we start going forward more, and we will accelerate right up to where that bright pink triangle is below 240, which should be I believe Mach 8.2, or 82% the speed of sound. Citation 208 Romeo Alpha to Washington Center. We are established at flight level 430.
I hope you're enjoying the flight. I will now begin our snack and beverage service, featuring some delightful options from our menu, including gourmet sandwiches and refreshing beverages. After the service, I will be around to offer some treats from our selection. Thank you for your attention.
She said, "Thank you for your attention in this matter." Alright, so we've hit cruise altitude. We are we out of the, we are almost out of the, oh no, we are out of the, departure. We're about to enter an airway. Okay. Enter the airway on Puppy. Cool, so we're off our departure. We're at cruise altitude. We're going. That's takeoff. Takeoff and climb. Man, it's sad. I don't even get visits from the spammers anymore. Alright, let me pop over here and see how our telemetrics are doing. Yep. Okay. Some things are working, some aren't. That's fine. Not all of the telemetry is working. 59 degrees below zero outside. It's very cold. I wonder why elapsed time doesn't work. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do the fetch sim brief. I wonder if that'll help. Yeah, you see a couple things fill in. Cool. Not everything works, but most things. Elapsed time, for whatever reason, doesn't seem to work. Not sure why. So, as you can see, we're currently over North Carolina. Oh, a Chinook. At 40,000 feet, what the hell? Hold on, shit's gonna struggle for a minute. Off on my left. Where is he at? I don't see him. He's hauling ass, too. No, I didn't see a Chinook. It's pretty crazy.
Victor Tango, November, Victor, Alpha, descend and maintain 13,000 feet, altimeter 3047.
Down to 13,000. Victor Tango, November, Victor, Alpha.
Excuse me. Usually, excuse me. Fuck. Oh, I guess I shouldn't say fuck, huh? I usually play, music from this one guy. Be able to find it now. Oh, there it is. Oh shit. Easy, just like that. There's this channel called Infraction, no copyright music. And I don't know. I can't tell if you guys are going to be able to hear it or not. I gotta go inside so things are a little quieter. No, you know, I don't think that comes through. That's very interesting. And to be honest, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure how to change it and pipe it in so that you guys could hear it. Now, why would that do that? Why would you open that on a different monitor? Dickhead. See, this kind of shit.
Washington Center, Southwest 581, flight level 280.
Southwest 581, radar contact.
Yeah, that kind of thing frustrates me. This, I use Vivaldi, and I don't think it actually matters. I think it's how it would be for every browser. But when devices just rely on your system to determine where audio goes, I'm not a fan of that. Yeah, okay. Okay. Why would I not be able to close that? Oh, Vivaldi is just overall taking a shit. Okay. That's fine. Just die then. Wow. Okay, Vivaldi is really taking a shit here. What the fuck is going on? Vivaldi's like dying on me. Chill.
Southwest 581, contact Anchorage Center on 133.05.
Jesus,
Over to
I
Anchorage
don't know what that
Center,
was about.
133.05, keep Southwest 581.
I paused the video and then Vivaldi just like stopped responding completely.
Citation 8 Romeo Alpha, contact Washington Center on 132.225.
Hey, Captain Jack, would you and the first officer like anything to
Really?
drink or a small snack?
Yeah, bring me a cigarette.
Washington Center, Southwest 812, flight level 360.
Understood, Captain. I'll bring that to you now.
812, radar contact.
Washington Center on 32.225, Citation 8 Romeo Alpha. Washington Center, Citation 208 Romeo Alpha with you, flight level 430.
Citation 208 Romeo Alpha, Washington Center, good evening.
Clouds are always fun when you can't see the ground. Admire the beautiful satellite photography. Of Twitter. Sorry, you can't see it, but I'm scrolling Twitter off to the side. Somebody posted the match where, gosh, I can't remember what year it was, but it was early 2000s in WWE. Shawn Michaels versus Hulk Hogan. And Shawn Michaels, I believe the story was that Shawn Michaels was originally booked to win. And Hulk Hogan threw a fit because Hulk didn't, he didn't lay down for anybody. He didn't think deserved it. And he didn't think that Shawn Michaels deserved it. So he made the creative decision that he was going to win. And in an act of protest, Shawn Michaels way oversells everything in the match, multiple tumbles and flips, and just acting completely goofy. It's a fun time, funny match. I might have to find that whole match later and watch it. The whole truck of Kit Kat got stolen. It's funny. Although the comments on the post are saying it's not actually that much Kit Kat to be stolen. Apparently it's a very small amount, actually. The beach. You should be able to see the beach our entire trip, I believe. View most of America's entire East Coast. You should get a pretty decent most of a sunset. We'll be coming down a bit before the sun sets for realsies, but you'll still get a little bit of a sunset at least.
Citation 8 Romeo Alpha, contact Jacksonville Center on 133.45.
Jacksonville Center on 33.45, Citation 8 Romeo Alpha. Jacksonville Center, Citation 208 Romeo Alpha with you, flight level 430.
Romeo Alpha, Jacksonville Center. Good evening.
Hey Janet, you know any funny jokes?
Why did the airplane get sent to its room? Because it had a bad altitude. But don't worry, Jack. We're cruising at a good altitude, so no punishment for us.
Ay. Emma, how do you deal with Janet and her eccentricities?
I understand, Captain. I will keep an eye on her and ensure she feels comfortable.
Emma is very on rails, isn't she? Janet is more freeform. You can joke around. Janet is the co-pilot. You can kind of joke around with Janet. She's a little goofy. Emma, on the other hand, sounds like she is very much so on rails. Right, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to have a cigarette, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Hello. Hello, my friends. Sorry. It was a good cigarette, and I got to chatting with Mrs. Lane for a second. She's watching The Masked Singer. I'm still just kind of perpetually amused at this whole Twitter America-Japan crossover episode. Americans are idiots, but also geniuses. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. I wish I could remember how to set all of the cool cameras. I forgot you could do this. Oh, that's right. I remember if you... Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm roughing up my GPU a little bit. That's a nice fixed camera shot. The super zoom. I don't know how to go up. I need an app that automatically cycles through cameras. Ooh. That's cool. Which fucking... Neato. I wish you could, like, move them there. Sorry, I'm getting mush-mouthed. I wish you could move these. That's a neat camera. Look out the window. What the fuck? Sorry, just playing with the camera a little bit. What is this about a Twitch streamer who acts like a dog? I wanna die. What the hell am I watching? Ugh, we have failed as a species.
Alpha. Contact Jacksonville Center on 133.625.
Jacksonville Center on 33.625, Citation 8 Romeo Alpha. Have a great night. Jacksonville Center, Citation 208 Romeo Alpha with you, flight level 430. Jacksonville Center, Citation 208 Romeo Alpha with you at flight level 430.
Citation 208 Romeo Alpha, Jacksonville Center, good evening.
Dummy. The beach. Hilton Head Island. It would be nice to be at the beach. Tybee Island. Houses, whole towns. Just look how small the world is. That's Bluffton, I think. Right there. That's Bluffton. Little town right at the base of Hilton Head Island. Just that whole town. Is that little bit of space right in our window. I mean, there's people who were probably born, lived, and died right there, having never left that area. I mean, that's... I don't know. I don't know what the hell that's called. It's not labeled on the map. We're over Savannah. Oh, it's Savannah. Well, there's definitely people born, lived, died, having never left Savannah. And we're about to cross over it in just a matter of minutes. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Spirit Wings 3831, contact Mazatlan Control on 128.3.
Switching to Mazatlan Control on 128.3, Spirit Wings 3831.
Better be careful, I'm going to fall asleep while flying.
Jacksonville Center, Air Canada 1441, flight level 350.
Air Canada 1441, radar contact.
Jacksonville Center, Spirit Wings 3831, flight level 310.
Spirit Wings 3831, radar contact. Spirit Wings 3831, contact Mazatlan Control on 128.3.
128.3 for Spirit Wings 3831. Good day.
Remember I mentioned the airway puppy? We're about to come out of the airway puppy. Oops, wrong way. You know, it's so funny, I always do that. In Flight Sim 2020, these were opposite. Scroll direction of the PFD. But anyway, our flight's getting along here. We have somewhere around 30 minutes until we start our descent, and just about an hour until we touch down. I know this flight's been super entertaining with all the cloud cover.
Descend and maintain flight level 250, cleared for the Sunfield 3 arrival into Orlando.
Descending to flight level 250. Cleared for the Sunfield 3 arrival into Orlando, United 1818.
Reddit witches are funny. I love them. Great entertainment. I'm so happy they exist. I should probably read the approach plate. Oh, that's right. I don't have an approach yet. It's going to be ILS 10 left. Let's see. When is it suggesting a descent? At Molly?
Jacksonville Center, Piedmont 5844, flight level 390.
Piedmont 5844, radar contact. United 1818 contact Mazatlan
So what we
Control
just did
on
there, since I've been saying that if you watch the streams, you will learn how to fly. At least this plane. Really, it's kind of busted that we're starting out on something. Well, starting out. I'm not starting out, but if you were just starting out, it would be kind of a mess to start out on this. Of all things. If you're just starting to fly, you probably should not use something that has a kitchen. Anyway, what we just did there is we set the altitude to 5,000 feet, but you'll notice it's not actually doing anything because we didn't give it a command. We just set an altitude. You can't see the... There we go. The little light above each button tells you which mode is currently active. So you can see nav is lit here, which is the GPS navigation. Alternatively, you have heading, which follows the magnetic heading. There's approach, which you'll see later uses broadcast signals and a couple other tools to direct the plane. It's for landing. Altitude hold, flight director on and off. Back course. This is to fly an ILS landing backwards. Bank makes the plane not turn as sharp. Autopilot. Flight level change is basically the command to change altitude. So like I put 5,000 in here and we're holding at 43,000. If I push flight level change right there, the plane would start descending to 5,000. VNAV
down to flight level 200.
Tells it to follow the flight plan. Stands for vertical navigation. So it will aim to meet the altitude at each waypoint. So because it's going to start descending at Mali, because if we look at the map here, you'll see that it'll actually start descending before Mali, where that TOD is, right there. Because it wants to be at 39,700 feet as it crosses Mali. 31,400 feet as it crosses Center.
Alpha, expect the Voodoo 1 arrival, enemy transition. In about 25 minutes, I'll start your descent. If you'd like to descend now, just say the word.
Expecting Voodoo 1 arrival, enemy transition in about 25 minutes. I'll let you know if I want to come down sooner. Cessna 8 Romeo Alpha.
Jacksonville Center, Southwest 2502, flight level 220.
Alright, so... yeah. It'll want to be at 26,000 feet as it crosses for it. I wonder if that's Santeria. Nah, I don't know what that is. Anyway, speeds. It'll follow speeds, but that's a different switch. That's that switch right there. Speed. You can set it between flight management system and manual. That speed is reflected right here. Currently our maximum speed is set to 0.840 Mach, or 84% the speed of sound. But it's set to flight management system, which is why it's bright pink, and it will automatically change speeds as required. However, I will, as you can see, earlier than that, probably right around Tardy or Voodoo, I will take over speed control myself. I'll leave auto throttle on right until we land, to be honest. We'll control our energy through rate of descent. What did it tell me? Oh, Voodoo 1. Enemy transition. Okay. It's already set. We got it as filed. So what happens is I file a flight plan and I tell ATC what I would like to do. I would like to fly to Palm Beach. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that there's chat over here. Is that a TBM or a Pilatus? Silly Cat on Kick, I'm sorry, I didn't see your message until just now. Hopefully it wasn't too long ago. It is neither a TBM or a Pilatus. It is a Cessna Citation Longitude. Sorry if I missed you, Silly Cat. I was talking about flying the damn plane and not paying attention to chat. Realistically, though, that's important. You should pay attention to flying the plane before chat. But, yeah. Nope. It's funny you mentioned the TBM. I've never flown the Pilatus. But, the TBM, ages ago, my YouTube channel was dedicated to flight sim and aviation. And I did an Around the World series in the TBM. It took 22 hops, went all the way around, navigated all the way around, took off from LaGuardia and landed at LaGuardia. Due to the TBM can't cross oceans, so we had to do the Greenland hop, and we also went pretty deep below the equator so that we could go along India's south coast, and over Southeast Asia, and then up across Japan, and I can't remember. I don't think I actually made the hop to Hawaii. I think I went up Japan, Russia, Alaska, and back down. So my actual travel distance ended up being significantly more than a circumnavigation of the globe. But yeah, that's my story about how I flew all the way around the Earth in a TBM 950, 930. TBM 930? Whichever one was the stock TBM that came with Flight Sim 2020. But I've never flown the Pilatus. I might have to give it a shot. The things I fly the most are, I fly this a lot.
Romeo Alpha, contact Jacksonville Center on 133.875.
Jacksonville Center on 133.875, Citation 8 Romeo Alpha. I fly this the most, for sure. And the Cessna 208, the Grand Caravan. Oh shit, fuck. Jacksonville Center, Citation 208 Romeo Alpha, with you, flight level 430. Alright, we hit our transition. So we are now in Voodoo.
Romeo Alpha, Jacksonville Center. Good evening.
We are in Voodoo. No, I fly this a lot, the Citation. I love the Citation a lot. It's very easy to fly. It's relaxing. It basically flies itself. It's honestly, I consider the Citation to be more advanced than the big jets flying for the airlines, like all the Boeings and the Airbuses. This thing's way more advanced.
Flight level 480.
In my opinion.
Radar contact.
Anyway, I fly this. I fly the Grand Caravan, the C208 a lot. I've been practicing on, I forget what it's, the C408, or is it the 408? The upgraded, the newer one with 2 engines. I've been practicing on that. Fly the 172, obviously, but so can everyone. Piper, the Piper M500, fly that from time to time. The Honda Jet and the Vision Jet, fly both of those. Fly them rarely. Honestly, with the Honda Jet and the Vision Jet, I'm kind of the opinion that, like, if I want to fly a jet, something high up and quick and small, then I'm just going to pick the Citation. So, I know how to fly them, don't really care for them that much. What else do I fly? Oh, I used to fly the 787 a lot, like full length, 8-hour streams flying the 787, but I haven't flown that in a long time. Mostly because the last time I played Flight Simulator, almost not quite a year ago, the 787 was pretty broken at the time, because it's like a remaster of the 2020 version instead of being all new. It's kind of unfortunate. My favorite planes to fly are from 2020, and they're all remasters. The Citation, the 208, and the 787 are all remasters. The only thing I know how to... Not only thing. Oh, and the TBM. Or the Piper. The only thing that I would regularly fly that's all new from 2024 is probably the 172. And to be honest, the difference is crazy between the all-new planes and the remasters. Crazy. Just in terms of how it feels.
Center, Allegiant 2569, flight level 360.
Alright, I'm going to take a chance to have my last cigarette before we start approach. Excuse me. You shouldn't smoke while flying, but I'm going to, because it's my plane. Did you know you're allowed to do that? If the plane, operator or pilot tells you you can't smoke, then it is illegal to smoke on your plane. But if your operator or pilot tells you that you are allowed to smoke, then you are allowed to smoke on the plane. The pilot, however, is not allowed to smoke. So I'm going to leave the cockpit and let the co-pilot fly for a minute and have a cigarette back in the passenger compartment.
Descending to flight level 230. Cleared for the Tarpon 3 arrival into Miami, Delta 1716.
Jacksonville Center, Allegiant 912, flight level 340.
Allegiant 912, radar contact.
Jacksonville Center, Allegiant 1886, flight level 220.
Allegiant 1886, radar contact.
I'm gonna go have that cigarette. I'll be back in a minute and we can get ready for approach. Hey Janet, you with me?
American 1274, descend and maintain flight level 230, cleared for the Palms 2 arrival into Miami.
Of course, Jack. I'm right here, like a shadow that talks back. Anything you need, just let me know.
Trust me, Janet's there, even if you can't see her. Janet, can you handle the radios for a minute? I'm gonna go in the back and have a cigarette.
All right, Jack. I'll handle the radios while you take your break.
Alright, I'll be right back. And we got about 14 minutes until descent, 46 minutes until touchdown, so we'll see you back here in a minute. back. It looks like Janet didn't have to do anything on the radios. Ooh, frame rate suffering. Frame rate dying. That's fine. Alright, Janet, I'm back. I'll take over the radios.
Alright, Jack. You're back in charge of the radios.
Alright, a little bit to go, about 5 to 8 minutes until we start descent, about 40 minutes until we reach Palm Beach. Oh, I guess we should, where am I at here? Put Palm Beach's ATIS into standby on the second radio. Did I get their ATIS yet? No? Okay.
Departing
yes.
runways 101. Wind 120 at 11 gusting 20.
Wait, Savannah Hilton Head?
10. Scattered at 3800.
That ain't it.
dew point 10.
12375, right? Yeah, I must just not be in range for it yet. Hilton Head? Where the fuck is Hilton Head? Now when I zoom out a little bit, you can see all of the aircraft around us. We were too zoomed in.
2653, descend and maintain flight level 250, cleared for the Bang 2 arrival into St. Pete. Down to flight level 250, cleared for the
We'll
Bang
have to
2
check on
arrival
that
into
ATIS
St. Pete,
once we
Allegiant
start descending
2653.
into our arrival. Coming up here in about 5 minutes, we'll start descending, and we'll check the ATIS again. Give you one last outside look for now, while we're in cruise. So cloudy. There's some kind of storm. Sorry, excuse me, a sneezing fit.
Allegiant 1016.
There's some kind of storm over Florida.
Radar contact.
Obviously, look at this beast. Let's go to AccuWeather and type in Palm Beach, Florida. Wind advisory, strong winds developing, mostly cloudy with showers. Yeah. Actually, there's a decent system moving in over Naples right now. Oh, now I'm all stuffy because I had a sneezing fit. But yeah, it looks like we might get some good wind and rain coming into Palm Beach. Ugh. God damn it. Hang on, I'm gonna blow my nose. So I don't have to talk like this. Oh, okay. That chime is telling us that our descent is coming up. Honestly, ATC is usually really good about calling descent. So we will wait and see.
Iceability 10.
There's Palm Beach's ATIS.
3500. Overcast at 6000. Temperature 23.
Cool. See, I told you we were going to get it right as we start descent. I know these things. Jacksonville Center, Cessna 208 Romeo Alpha. We would like to start our descent now, please.
Citation 8 Romeo Alpha. Descend via Voodoo 1 to 5000 enemy transition into Palm Beach. Altimeter 3024.
Starting our descent via Voodoo 1 to 5000 enemy transition into Palm Beach. Citation 8 Romeo Alpha. Struggles.
Folks, we've started our approach to Palm Beach International Airport. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
Excuse me. Busy airspace, isn't it? I feel like I rarely ever see other planes. Like, I see them on my map, but I rarely see them, like, in the air. But then again, I usually fly the Citation, which is significantly a higher altitude than most of the things you'll see. Like, there's somebody's, yeah, look, there's some trails down there. That one trail probably belongs to that Alaska.
United 1621, contact Los Angeles Center on 128.075.
128.075 for United 1621. Good day.
Good day. At some point, they downgraded the voice quality. Say Intentions used to have nicer voices. I don't know what happened. I mean, obviously, I kind of know what happened, but... Alright. So Say Intentions is actually cheating a little bit.
Alpha, contact Miami Center on 128.225.
Miami Center on 28.225, Citation 8 Romeo Alpha. Have a good afternoon. Miami Center, Citation 208 Romeo Alpha, descending via Voodoo 1 into Palm Beach International at flight level 348.
Citation 208 Romeo Alpha, Miami Center, good evening.
Say Intentions is cheating a little bit and is telling me what approach it's going to assign. So I'm going to cheat and plug it in early. Yuck, 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 yuck. There's a mod, not a mod exactly, it's DLC, but free for the Citation that lets you make that screen have something different on it. Instead of it being the same as the pilot's screen. But apparently it degrades your performance pretty intensely.
Contact Oakland Center on 127.45.
Oh, right.
127.45 for United 1298.
What was...
D060 at
Oscar.
16 gusting 24.
32.
Visibility
24.
10. Few at 3500. Overcast at 6000. Temperature 23. Dew point 19er.
Alright, we'll check again in a little bit, but Oscar. Oscar is current. Alright, plane's throttling down because it's trying to reduce its speed as we are descending. Coming in for a landing on a plane is all about managing your energy. You know, you have vertical energy because you're tens of thousands of feet up in the air, and you have horizontal energy because you're moving forward. And the whole thing is a dance of balancing both of those. You know, you can spend a little vertical speed to gain horizontal speed, and you can sacrifice a little bit of horizontal speed to gain vertical speed. You can gain both at once. So right now, you'll see the plane is pretty much throttled all the way down. Not quite to zero, but very close.
United 1298, contact Los Angeles Center on 124.85.
Even at zero throttle, the engine efficiency, performance, won't read 0. It'll read 18 at 0 throttle. But as you can see, it's trying to reduce its speed to 280 knots. Now it's leveling off here for a second because the next step for altitude isn't until Hooker, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean, or Fonte. It'll probably step down at Fonte. But basically, a step down. Yeah, see, here comes the next step. Step down arrivals are kind of a fuel management situation and an energy management situation and a traffic management situation. You lower your altitude, and then you keep an altitude for a minute, and then you lower and keep, lower and keep. Now in our case, we have plenty of fuel. I overfuel because here at Hammer Lane Airlines we are quite wealthy, so we don't mind the inefficiency of overfueling.
Citation 5 Foxtrot, descend and maintain flight level 210.
That's not us, despite citation.
Descending to flight level 210, Citation 5 Foxtrot.
You know, carrying extra fuel is usually bad. Because it causes you to burn more fuel. Wastes money, but I don't care. I would rather have the extra fuel in case something crazy happened. So, even on a short flight, and for the Citation, this is quite short, 2 hours. Even for a short flight, I still fly with about half, each wing about half full. Which is approximately twice the amount of fuel you need for this trip. So unfortunately, we're probably not actually going to be able to even see Mar-a-Lago until we're like nearly landing. We'll have to be down around 4,000 to 5,000 feet before we'll be under the cloud cover. Maybe we'll be able to see it like on our approach. We'll see. Did I fucking... No, that's fine. Once we cross 18,000 feet, we'll switch back to the standard, or switch off the standard barometer for the local barometer, which I believe is... We'll check it real quick.
RO 0 feet. Helicopter operations ongoing near the east ramp. Expect activity.
Still 2-4. So once we cross 18,000 feet, we'll switch to the local barometer of 3024, which helps us set our altitude accurately, because we do not have the radar altimeter that fighter jets have. Fighter jets, I'm sure, I don't actually know much about flying planes like that. I'm sure they have an altimeter setting, but I also know that they have radar altimeters, mostly for the purposes of their weapons, but also because it can tell the plane its altitude very accurately, whereas the barometric altimeter may not. I forget what the margin of error is for a barometric altimeter. I want to say it's up to 1,000 feet, or up to 700 feet or something. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. Let's Google it. What is the margin of error for a barometric altimeter? A barometric altimeter typically has an acceptable margin of error within, give or take, 75 feet. Although it can range 50 to 300 feet. So yeah, 50 feet sounds right. 50 feet margin of error for a barometric altimeter. The Citation seems confident in 10-foot intervals when calculating its landings. So maybe it is a little more accurate. As you can see, we're about to do the next step down, coming in from 22,000 feet to 19,000 feet. Step her down again. Right around 9,000 feet, we'll start cutting speed. We'll turn off the flight manager, the speed manager, and we'll start controlling speed manually. Because otherwise we'll come in way too hot. It won't cut speed correctly. Alright, there we go. Started descending the next leg of the descent down to 19,000 feet. Oh, I wonder if Tardy already has that. Oh yeah, it does. Okay. So it'll step to 250, and then after 250 I'll have to control speed. Coming up on standard barometer here, another 2,000 feet. Excuse me. Standard barometer, by the way, I didn't even explain that, is local barometer is the pressure setting. That 30.24 right there that we're about to change. And that tells you what the air pressure is, which helps you set the altitude based on a pressure sensor in the plane. Over a certain altitude, 18,000 feet to be exact, everybody agrees to use a standard barometric pressure so that everybody who is doing like high altitude flight has the same altitude settings, regardless of whether or not they've set it to a local setting. So here in a second, we're going to cross 18,000 and we'll change to the local barometer, and you'll see the altitude will jump for a second as it adjusts.
Maintain flight level 290. Down to flight level 290.
So you see how we gained 200 feet? That's because the actual barometer was a little bit higher than the standard barometer of, I think it's 2992 or 2992. What is standard barometer? Is it 29? Yeah, 2992 for standard barometer.
Good speed 436, radar contact.
Ooh. Engines are cutting out. Oh no, they're actually
Romeo Alpha, contact Palm Beach approach on 123.625.
Palm Beach approach on 23.625, 8 Romeo Alpha.
Good speed 436, contact.
Palm Beach approach, this is Citation 208 Romeo Alpha with information Oscar inbound, runway 10 left, ILS, via Voodoo 1.
Citation 208 Romeo Alpha, Palm Beach approach, good evening, Palm Beach altimeter 3024, cleared Gullo transition. Expect the ILS runway 10 left approach into Palm Beach.
Cleared Gullo transition, expecting ILS runway 10 left into Palm Beach, Citation 8 Romeo Alpha. Alright. Once we get down here and get pretty close, the step downs will be coming often enough that we will almost not stop descending. It'll just be a straight descent. So here comes the next one, descending to Shrewvey. Turn on our landing lights. You have to, generally people turn them on at 10,000 feet. I go a little higher. Anywhere between 10 and 15,000 feet when I think about it. I'll turn on my landing lights. And final passenger alarms. Put on your seat belts. I know Emma asks everybody to go back to their seat once we start our descent. Once we cross 10 to 15,000 feet, it's time to put your seat belts on, tray tables up, drinks away, that kind of thing. Shoot through some clouds here. Take the view outside. Go through some clouds. The only problem is I have clouds on high and they still don't look great close up. I do believe there's one higher cloud setting, but it absolutely fucking destroys your frame rate. And trust me, we're on a top of the line graphics card for 2014. It's a 3090. So, it was blazing fast many years ago. Not so much anymore. Oh, my mouse is starting to die. Scroll down is stopping working. Very sad.
Theory 33, descend and maintain 3,000 feet, cleared for the ILS runway 10
It's very nice, but I need to keep an eye on things in here a little bit. Especially as we get closer.
American 670, contact Miami Center on 133.275.
133.275 for American 670.
As you can see now, the steps are coming quicker than we level out, so we're just continuing our descent through them now. And that'll be the case all the way to the landing. I don't believe we will step out anymore. I mean, I guess there's a small chance we step between Voodoo and Tardy. If you look at the map, it's on your lower right-hand corner. You can see Tardy. You can almost see the V right below it. That's Voodoo. Marks the entry of our approach. And that's when we need to start dropping. Oh, look, it is dropping speed pretty well. 250, cool. Around Halibut, we'll, you can see Halibut there at 9,000 feet. We'll start to drop a little bit more. By Gullo, I want to be at like 180. In fact, I could probably put that in. I can go down here to Gullo, speed constraint, 180. And that way, after Gullo is when we'll be thinking about flaps and landing gear
Folks,
and that
we'll
kind
be
of
starting
thing.
our arrival into Palm Beach shortly. Please turn off your electronic devices and stow them until we've arrived at the gate. Make sure your seatbelt is fastened and your seat is in the full upright position. Our assigned gate is Atlantic Aviation West Stand Spot 2. The weather in Palm Beach is warm and pleasant. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for your attention in this matter.
Theory 33, contact Palm Beach Tower on 119.1.
Oh, you know what? We are going to step one. No? Okay. No step. I thought we were. But that's apparently not happening. I thought we were going to step at 9,000 until... Oh, no, okay. I see. Sorry. Tardy was 9,000, so we can continue to Halibut. Got it. Okay. Alright. Now, once we enter cloud cover, I don't expect the clouds to really clear until we're under 5,000 feet, so once we go in, it's going to be a gray kind of thing, probably, until we come out. Unless we get lucky. I think the ATIS said clouds at
16 gusting 24.
Yeah, overcast at 6,000.
10.
So. Alright, it's cutting speed back to 180. Engines are idling. We are gliding right now. Well, not quite gliding. It is using fuel to match the base level of air that's coming in the front, which is essentially idling, but that means different things at different altitudes and speeds for a jet engine. So we're actually using like 280 parts per hour, whatever the hell that is, pph, parts per hour, pints per hour, I don't know. We're burning 280 per hour. At cruise, we were burning 1,100. So just to kind of put it in perspective there. Alright, we are... Where are we at here? Oh shit, yeah, we need to switch over to manual and get the speed lower.
Citation 8, Romeo Alpha, descend and maintain 3,000 feet cleared for the ILS runway 10 left approach via Gullo, altimeter 3024.
Descend 3000, cleared ILS 10 left approach via Gullo, Citation 8 Romeo Alpha. Alright, so after we turn here at Gullo, we're burning off a little bit more speed. We've got our flaps down to first position to help us lose some more speed. Oh, this poor Southwest. You see the Southwest plane coming in behind us? He's gonna be fucked because I come in like an old lady. I mean, I'm dropping speed already at 5,000 feet. And he's coming in behind me about 1,000 feet up. That's rough. He's gonna have to go around. That's what he's gonna get hit with there. Anyway, after we make the turn here at Gullo, we will switch over to approach guidance, the localizer. So what we just did there is, we'll explain it real quick. Nav source, switch to the localizer, changes that green, and we hit the approach button all in one little quick motion there. And what that does is essentially I'm gonna start taking off a few more knots. It tells the plane, instead of guiding by GPS, to look out for a radar signal that is coming from the airport, one on either side of the runway, and using actually it's four. There's two on either side at the beginning and two on either side at the end of the runway, and using those signals, it can know the exact position of the runway, and it follows that radar signal to the landing position, and then you kind of take the stick just before touchdown to sort of guide it. I'm really curious what's going to happen with this Southwest jet.
Citation 8, Romeo Alpha, contact Palm Beach Tower on 119.1 at 6 DME.
Palm Beach Tower at 19.1. Cessna Citation 8 Romeo Alpha. Palm Beach Tower, Citation 208 Romeo Alpha, descending ILS 10 left.
Citation 208 Romeo Alpha, Palm Beach Tower, roger.
Alright, so our descent was running a little bit faster than what the glide slope was recommending. So I actually stopped our navigated descent. I hit that VNav switch there just to hold us, and then hit this altitude switch. just to hold us for a second at 3,600 feet. Oh, it didn't actually hold. Whatever. Just until the glide slope catches up, which is the proper descent angle that we would like to use. Now, my speed is pretty in the toilet here, so it's taking a while to get here, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Just have patience. But the outside view looks, yeah, as you would expect. Told you. Once we get in the clouds, it'll be a while. I thought we would be out by 4,000, but alas. Alright, there we go. You see, we start clicking down, and the altitude switch shuts off once we're on that glide slope. So we're on the glide slope, and we're on the localizer. And, oh, a little cloud break. Nice. And at this point, we just kind of wait. We, picking up speed. So we're going to drop flaps 2, because we're starting to pick up speed again. We don't want to do that. We want to keep speed right around 145 to 140 knots during approach, and then we're going to drop it to 125 at about 1,000 feet when we put our landing gear out. Oh, look, we can start to see the ground finally. I'm going to boost this up a little bit here.
Citation 8 Romeo Alpha, wind 060 at 16, gusting 24. Runway 10 left, cleared to land.
Wind 060 at 16, gusting 24, runway 10 left, cleared to land. Citation 8 Romeo Alpha.
Citation Theory 33, Palm Beach Tower, roger. Continue taxi to Atlantic Aviation.
Cut a little bit more speed out here. There you can see our runway lights through the clouds. Mar-a-Lago is like right there through the clouds. Alright, we're going to pop open our landing gear. We're about 1,500 feet, so we're going to pop that open. And that's going to be a drag, so our engines will fire up a little bit. Might be able to hear them gunning up a little bit, just to keep us at that magical speed we want to have. Honestly, I probably could have kept my speed higher longer. I apologize to that plane that probably had to do a go-around because of me. But, you know, fuck it. We're about fun here at Hammer Lane. Palm Beach Towers, Citation 28 Romeo Alpha. Which direction should I exit for Atlantic Aviation?
Citation 8, Romeo Alpha. Exit left after landing. Atlantic Aviation, west, stand spot 2.
Copy that. Exit left after landing. Citation 8, Romeo Alpha. No shit, I did not expect that to work. Cool. Alright, we're going to drop one more level of flaps here and take off a couple more knots. Engines will gun up for the last little run here. Ooh, that's scary. We're losing a little bit of lift under the, well, it was under the left wing. Now we're gaining it back. Getting a little wind. Scary. Scary. It's not that bad. This is a small jet, but still. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Let me have it. Yeah, I know. Come on. Come on. Please stop.
Cirrus 180 hold short of runway 32.
Oh, you see that?
32, Cirrus 180.
Palm Beach Tower, Citation 8 Romeo Alpha. We are clear of the runway.
Citation 8 Romeo Alpha. Taxi to Atlantic Aviation West. Stand spot 2 via Foxtrot. Charlie, Charlie 3. Hold short of runway 10 left. Then Lima 3. Lima, Lima 2. Hold short of runway 10 right. Then Romeo 1, Romeo. Tango 1, Tango. Good day.
Local time is 7:11 p.m. For those with upcoming connections, Flight 230 to New York departs at 8:15 p.m.
Citation 8 Romeo Alpha. Contact ground on 121.9er.
8:30 p.m. from Gate C.
Ground on 121.9er, Citation 8 Romeo Alpha.
For further details.
I really appreciate her reading over my landing announcement, but that's fine. Maybe we can have you guys into Atlantic before the rain starts. It looks like it's lightning, and it looked like there was some storms when I was checking the weather. It looked like there were some storms to the west of Palm Beach, and we're definitely getting good lightning now. So, like I said, maybe we can get you guys inside before rain starts here. What the shit?
Delta 1458 ready for pushback. Delta 1458 clear for push and start.
Push and start approved. Delta 1458.
Where is it having me go? understand. Okay. Palm Beach ground citation 8 Romeo Alpha, request cross 10 left.
Citation 8 Romeo Alpha, cross runway 10 left approved.
Copy that, crossing 10 left. Citation 8 Romeo Alpha. I can't believe that Cal on the ATC told me to exit left. Ugh, stupid. That was totally wrong. Although, perhaps she had her reasons. Now what the shit?
Delta 1458 ready to taxi.
Delta 1458, runway 10 left taxi via Charlie 7, Charlie, hold short of runway 32, then Charlie 1.
Oh my lord.
Runway 10 left taxi via Charlie 7, Charlie, hold short of runway 32, then Charlie 1, Delta 1458.
Sorry, we almost... There was another plane right there. I didn't want to hit it. There's that Southwest that we were a pain in the ass for. He had to do a go around because I was coming in so fucking slow. Hey Emma, are you there?
I'm here, Captain. Just taxiing to the gate now.
Great. Can you thank everybody for flying Hammerlane Airlines? Hope they appreciated and enjoyed the trip, and that we'll see them next time.
Thank you for flying with Hammerlane Airlines, folks. I hope you enjoyed the trip, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
Great, that was very, very good. Why? I don't know why you... Yeah, I know.
November 87 Kilo Mike ready to taxi.
I don't know why that happens.
November 87 Kilo Mike, runway 10 right taxi via Romeo, Romeo 1.
Runway 10 right
I promise you, auto throttle is not on.
Skipper 5 Kilo November ready to taxi.
Skipper 5 Kilo November, runway 10 right taxi.
That is so annoying. It makes me want to like turn the
right
fuck.
taxi via Romeo, Romeo 1, Skipper 5 Kilo November.
American
I'll tell you what,
319er, give way to the Patriots.
this kind of thing is annoying, so...
Giving way to the Patriots, Skipper, American 319er.
Take that. What I just did was probably absolutely 110% never recommend it, but I did it anyway. We just shut the batteries off while the APU was still running, just to get that thing to shut up. I mean, I did switch the APU off, but then I just hard killed the batteries. That will surely do damage to the plane. I mean, I almost certainly do damage. But yeah, so that was a good trip.
November 87 Kilo Mike, give way to the
good fun. We can get out of the plane here. I can come back and let you all out.
87 Kilo Mike.
Right? Yeah, there we go.
November 5.
Yeah, you can kind of. Can you get in this one? Some of them you can kind of get in. Some of them you can't. No, this is not a kind of get in one. All right. Well, I had a bunch of fun. I am.
Short of runway 32, then Foxtrot Romeo 1 November 56 Mike Echo.
Ooh, I'm getting some nasty feedback. Oh, that was that Airbus. What the hell was that? Anyway, it was a good time flying with everyone today. I hope you enjoyed flying Hammerlane Airlines. For anybody who joined us midway, you can see in your GPS-o-meter. Do I got that aligned correctly? It's close enough. You can see in your little GPS window in the lower right how we flew tonight from Virginia to Palm Beach, Florida, upon the Cessna Citation Longitude, right here. I mean, shit. The engine nacelles are still spinning, or the fan is still spinning, so that's, you know, not great. Plane needs a washing. In Flight Sim 2024, planes get dirty as you fly them, which is very cool. Anyway, welcome to Palm Beach. I assure you, there would be more planes here. I don't know what the fuck. What is this? There's fucking nothing. Oh, right. I understand. I closed my ATC app because it was annoying me with the radio while I was trying to talk to everybody. And the ATC app is what injects traffic, like other planes and things like that. So as soon as I closed that, the world died. All other planes, everything disappeared. So, oh well, that's sad. I'm stupid. It is what it is. I had fun flying. Welcome to St. Petersburg, Palm Beach. And we will fly again together soon.